going to get his wife or girlfriend or whatever, and do you go through the whole? You'll help them hand in hand, like about if they're going to have fish or something like that. I mean, because I find that's really important. I mean, even for me. I mean, I like somebody, like, if I have to get something for Joanne, my wife, 25 years this year, too, boys and girls, and I love doing stuff for my wife. I mean, I love going to ShopRite. You were saying your husband likes going to ShopRite.
He's a very good shopper.
Yeah, I love going. I know everybody, and I zip right through. Yeah. I mean, I remember taking my mother going, let's go, we got to hurry up here. We got to move. But, I had to get some kind of mascara or something for Joanne, right? Mm-hmm. And she, at shop. Well, I mean, I know, but it was just in a pinch. It was in a pinch. But I know, but it was stop. Don't give him reason. But anyway, I mean, because we were running around, it was for something.
All right, you're off the hook.
But anyhow, and there was somebody there, that could help me. I find that's very important because a lot of time, what men don't do, they don't ask directions. Or they won't ask for help, and that's why I'm saying that's very important.
Yeah, ask the person. Stop Googling so much.
Really, I mean, don't look in the. You know what I call it, a cell phone? Because you're a prisoner of it. That's why. Anyway, no, we're taking a call. We have a caller. We have Chris from Sweetwater. Let's say hi to Chris. Hi, Chris.
Hello. How are you?
I'm very well. How are you? Welcome. What women want. That's right. Okay.
That's right. My question is for Deb. Do many men come in asking?
Hey, look. Before you say anything, you're going to regret. Be a good boy.
For their wives.
Please, because we have a 7-second delay.
We do what now?
Yeah.
Do you take care of men's trimmings so that their wives are happy?
Waxing. I think he means like waxing, Deb, because, look, back in the day when I was in the salon business with you, Debbie and I were in together, we had the male dancers come in and look, this is their job. This is what they want. They got to have clean chest, clean back. I mean,
exactly.
So do you do that? I guess this gentleman is asking you that.
Yes, absolutely.
They'll dip you in honey, son, and let the bees bite you.
Thank you. That answered my question.
Thank you for calling.
Thank you, Chris. We appreciate that. That was interesting. 927-1100 is the number to call to ask a question. So anyway, I mean, there are so many different types of wines. So, I mean, there's fizzy wines. There's straight wines. There's Pinot. There's Valpolicella. You got to go back to that one.
Pinot, yeah.
Well, I mean, it's white. That's all. Or my favorite wine. I want to go to Miami, but that's another story. I mean, there's so many different kinds.
Yeah.
It's so hard to recommend. I remember. Did you ever hear of a red wine that they used to have around here years ago? It was from Mexico. It was actually called El Magnifico. Did you ever hear of that?
No.
Was it sweet?
It was a red, sort of like a sangria.
Okay.
Sort of. Not real fruity, but it had a bite to it. I remember it was around here in the 70s, and I tried to find it other places. It was really good. And there's another red wine, but a lot of the prices vary. It doesn't mean so much that it costs so much, or do you have to spend a really lot of money to get a decent bottle of wine, or
you don't?
What's the average?
Well, it depends. The average price of a bottle of wine, I would say, nowadays is probably $30. But
that's decent, right?
Yeah, I mean, you can spend way less than that, and it doesn't speak to the quality of the wine at all, really. Right. It speaks to how the winery chose to do a few things, and if it's a blend, if it's not a blend, did they use a cork or a screw top? Which screw tops, there's no problem with those either. It's just a matter of
a lot of people go, you brought a screw top.
No,
yeah, but you know what?
There's a science behind that too.
I love
oh my gosh,
screw top.
So what? I bought something.
Actually, I tell when, for instance, when a man is coming in asking what a woman wants, if they're going out to dinner, we have a lot of great BYOBs around here. also, if they want a white, for instance, to take out to sushi, I'll give them the screw top and say, like, here, you can impress. You don't even have to try and uncork this, you know, and just kind of do it that way.
I think with one thing with women, I think they tend to stay toward the same type of wine. Like if they like Pinot Grigio, they're always buying Pinot Grigio.
Yeah.
There's so many great wines out there. I really love.
You and I learned a lot when we went on
Debbie and
our
I
wine
had
tour.
gone
We went
to
to California.
Sonoma, to Napa.
Danny wants to jump
Hey,
in.
Nancy,
What's up?
what happens when your girlfriend's favorite wine is Moscato?
Oh,
Where do you go from there?
Now, wait a minute. What is
it's
Moscato?
very sweet.
Moscato is a sweet wine, yeah.
It almost tastes like Sprite, like a lot of times.
Yeah, it usually has an effervescence, like you were talking about
What
before.
about I've always said the one I liked when I lived in Miami down there, and I worked in different places down there. I always liked Riesling.
Yeah,
That's
another
sweet.
sweet
That's
wine.
That's a German wine.
Yeah.
Yeah. I always like that, but that has a fizz to it, you know.
And I'm the red one, who's the bolder, the better.
The bolder,
No
the better.
sweetness at all.
Yeah.
Like I really want to taste the wine. Yeah.
What do you think of these ciders that are coming out?
I
These
love
red
them.
apples.
My favorite is Angry Orchard.
Yeah, you like those? You know,
Yeah,
a lot of people are grabbing those for gluten-free purposes, too.
Yeah,
That's why
that's
they're
what I
becoming so popular also.
One of my friends from high school,
It just tastes good.
I went to Holy Spirit, in the 70s, right? You know, we were drinking Boone's Farm
Right.
Oh my gosh, my
wine.
mother taught me about food star. It was like my first wine.
I
Like, here, honey.
You drink 3 bottles of that, and you're like,
Wait, Jim, what was that park? They might have been drinking it across in that park. Remember, Holy Spirit had a little, like a park for the
oh,
kids.
senior park.
Senior park. You had to be a senior to be out there. Like I know they were
That's
drinking
where
some
we had it,
stuff out
yeah.
there.
But I mean, somebody was telling me that these apple orchard ones, they sort of remind them of Boone's Farm apple.
Yeah.
But I remember being on that $1 Million Pier under the influence of 3 bottles of Boone's Farm, going, "Oh, the world is round," crazy. The general quality of the New Jersey wines, like.
I'm so glad you asked that, and I purposely brought a New Jersey
I mean, from
wine
like the other. Okay,
to talk about that, and it's really about. They have this word called terroir. It's fancy for a place where the grapes come from, and it's about growing the right grape in the right soil. Any sort of crop, like New Jersey can do blueberries wonderfully, cranberries wonderfully. You can't grow them everywhere, so. What New Jersey wineries have to do is put the right grapes in the soil to get good wine. A lot of New Jersey wines tend to be on the sweeter side. Not my thing, but the girlfriend that likes Moscato, might pull something.
Loves Valenzano especially.
Did you say Valenzano? I was
Yeah.
just going to say that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, where is this one that you bought this?
So this one is from Auburn Road. It's a mile down from Cowtown on Route 40. Beautiful winery,
Yeah,
small.
they got really good fertilizer.
That pH is perfect.
You bet.
But so this is a good wine for, the Easter holiday too. It's a wine they recommend for Thanksgiving, but if you're going to go ahead and serve lamb or something a little bit, deeper, it's called Good Karma, and it's basically Sangiovese and Merlot.
That's what it's called, Good Karma?
Good Karma, yeah, they got pretty creative.
Wow,
but
that's really cool, man. Good
same
Karma.
grapes that you would find in Italian Chianti,
Wow.
but you get it out of our soil and it's much lighter, but it's delicious. I love this wine. And
Isn't there a place here in Linwood that had winery there, and it's all grown over and everything, or it's somewhere around here that some guy that had that years ago.
I don't know.
I can't remember that, but some of the Cape May ones are magnificent too. I mean, the ones that come from down there, and then even Renault's in kind of a funk right now, but I always thought theirs were fabulous. And then to have that, which is nice right here in our own backyard.
A lot of local wineries are doing lots of tastings right there at their own facility.
Right. So, like at this ladies' night thing that you're going to have is a nominal charge, and you get to try a
Yeah,
little
so
wine, right?
I can tell you the charge. Normally the whiskey tastings are $35.
35,
And the wine's a bit less, but it's just the price of the punch that you're drinking. And but the wine tastings are great, but the
wine
whiskey
can be nutritionally sound.
Yes.
Yes, it can.
So
Red
can
wine's
whiskey.
very healthy